Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a new video and or a live stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a story from Chad. It's an unfortunate story, but thankfully it has a happy ending. Many months ago, when it was first announced, Chad ordered a 2022 TRD Pro in solar octane. Now we know with Toyota, you can't order, you got to put your name on a list and hope for an allocation. Well, as you will see in this story, this is what Chad did, and it didn't go the way he planned. But he wants to know, are there others out there that have gone through this? So please go down in the comments below and tell your story. So let's get right to it. Once again, Chad, this is his 2022 TRD Pro and solar octane he just got. He just received this about a week ago. In his story, you will hear what he thinks about it so far. But a beautiful color. I actually did a short video yesterday asking, would you buy this color or is it just too bright? So let us know in the comments below with that. But this is what he went through to get this truck. So here is Chad's story. He says, just picked up my 2022 TRD Pro. I was on the waiting list for the 2022s when they were first announced and have been waiting months. I actually was the first one to be on the reservation list for a 2022 TRD Pro, and they agreed to give it to me at MSRP. I called in almost every week to ensure I was still on the list and still the first one that was going to receive a TRD Pro in solar octane. Unfortunately, one day I called and they said they had a solar octane, but it was already sold. I was confused and told them I was the first person that was supposed to get one, and the guy had the sales manager call me back. The sales manager unapologetically said, yeah, well, some guy offered $10,000 over MSRP, so if you want to pay $10,000 over MSRP, we will sell it to you, but if not, then we were going to sell it to him. The deal I made was with someone who retired, and the dealer did not honor any of his deals or reservation lists. I was so furious that I told them to kick rocks, left a bad review, and drove to another dealership an hour away. I made another reservation, put money down, and ensured that I would get the car at MSRP, and told them to email me saying that it would be at MSRP. I was 11th on the list at the new dealership, and they told me there was almost no chance I would see one until probably the end of next year. One day they called me and told me that one was available and all the people for solar octane fell through and that I could buy it, so I signed the paperwork. Production on the truck started 9/2/2022 and was finished 9/9, but went to QC and said it could take over 30 days. Thursday, October 6th, the truck was at the dealership to pick up. I picked it up on Monday, October 10th, and have been having a great time with it. They really did a great job upgrading the technology in the truck. It is light years ahead of the 2020 TRD Pro that I had. I do miss the V8 though. I've already put 300 miles on it and will put thousands more in the years to come. Have you heard of anyone else that got their truck sold out from under them? Okay, hopefully a lot of you haven't had an experience like that, but comment below. And if you've had a great experience, feel free to let us know in the comments as well. Always like to give good shout outs as well. But here's a few different things in Chad's write-up there that I want to talk about. Some positives and little notes just to help you if you're still in the market for a new Tundra. First off, he called every week. He put his name on a reservation list and he called every week to ensure everything was, on schedule and he's still there. I've heard of some people, and this isn't just like a Tundra or Toyota thing, I've heard of some people who put their name on a list for a vehicle and they're just like, okay, well, we'll call you when it comes in or when there's an allocation available. And then you never hear from them again. And 3 months later, the person who's supposed to be on the list will call them. They're like, we don't even know who you are. So checking in is a big deal. Make sure you keep your name fresh in their minds. You want them to pick up the phone, hear your name, and be like, stop calling, because that means they know who you are. So you're ready to spend money. You know you're going after something kind of rare here, especially when they first started, when Chad ordered one before they even really came out, when they first announced the 2022s. So you want to make sure your name is fresh in their mind so they will take care of you. A second thing Chad did after the debacle at the first dealership, he asked for MSRP in writing. Now that is something that's very smart on his part, because I've heard a few stories, quite a few stories, over the last year or so, of people being told, yeah, MSRP, absolutely. And they wait, and the truck finally comes in after months of waiting, and then when it gets there, they're trying to hit them with some crazy dealer markup. Saying because of demand, we have to charge this. But if you get that MSRP in writing, it'll definitely help you moving forward. So I think that is really smart with what he did, with getting his truck the second time around. He learned after that first time. Another thing that was very smart, and I strongly suggest, if you are not happy with the deal you're being offered, don't be afraid to walk away. There's thousands of dealerships in this country and Canada. There's things like Auto Trader. There's even things like Carvana, if you don't mind used. There are options out there, so don't feel like, wherever you are, it's the only chance you're going to get one. Especially with the TRD Pros, they are hard to get, but you know what? They're everywhere. Down in Texas, they have a ton of TRD Pros on those dealerships down there. As we know, the Toyota Tundra is built in San Antonio, so they always get their lots filled a lot quicker than, say, like me in the Northeast. So don't be afraid to walk away. Just do your research. There are other dealers out there. He went from what he thought was first on the list at one dealership, walked away from that, and became 11th on the list at another dealership. Now, I'm sure that's deflating, but he put his name on it anyway, and a lot of those deals fell through. That happens a lot too. A lot of the deals will fall through as long as your name is on that list and you're ready to go, because you will get that call out of nowhere sometimes. So again, don't be afraid to walk away, and research is the best thing you could do. MSRP in writing for sure. Now, when he talked about the new truck, the new iForce Max, one of the things he said is the new TRD Pro is light years ahead of his 2020 TRD Pro. Now, I could speak to this because I've driven the new TRD Pro and I own a 2020 TRD Pro. The interior is absolutely light years ahead. That is one of the things a lot of people have complained about in the last generation of Tundra, that the interior just looks very dated. And they want to see something completely different. Well, Toyota gave you something completely different with these interiors from SR all the way up into TRD Pro, Capstone, Platinum 1794. The interior is amazing. One thing I've said for a long time now, I love the fact that the interiors are specific to what the trim is. Now, we've always had, the 1794 interior trim. We had the Platinum with the diamond stitch in the last generation, but now they're even more specific. You could get a red interior in the TRD Pro. There's options for 1794. Platinum just has that really great flashy look, even more than it did in last generation. Capstone has the semi-aniline interior, with the blue mood lighting and all that. So these interiors are very specific. The technology is definitely upgraded in the truck. Interior all the way. When you drive both of the trucks, you could definitely feel the difference. They feel night and day different. The old TRD Pro, the last generation Tundra, feels like an old school classic pickup truck, which is an amazing feeling and very unique in itself. It was the last of what you will ever see when it comes to a pickup truck. So they're changing over. When I first got into a 2022 Tundra, it felt more like an SUV with a bed. The iForce Max was the second next generation Tundra I drove, and that definitely helped a lot. You heard him say he misses his V8. You get a lot more power out of these iForce Max, but there's just something about a naturally aspirated V8 when you hear that loud engine and that great TRD dual exhaust. Now it is fed in sound, so I could see where the V8 is missed. Look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this one. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. Guys, have a great day. Be safe, be well, and Chad, thank you for sending in your story.